Good morning. Right, there we go. Cup of coffee time, then work out what I'm gonna do. Oh, there's Mech. Hi Mech, how you doing? Oh, you got like a new picture. That's very good. Like it. Very colourful. Oh yeah, very nice. Yeah, like it. Yeah, yes, I've seen your channel. Very nice. Excellent. Righty. So I've got to figure out what I'm doing today. Let's have a look. Hair's good ish. In fact, I could do with a redoing. Right. So we'll see who else is coming on. But we did have, actually, I did take a screenshot. I did have some questions from yesterday. Let's get the screenshots out. Yeah, picking angles. That's what it was. So I might have a little look into that. weird things are going on here. My foot switch just stopped working. That's one thing. Right. Why? Ah. Right, alright, WC. I've just got to quickly sort something out. I've just deleted my guitar sound. This is just the effects and the dry guitar going in. That's just the dry signal. Quite nice though. Good fun to play on it. Oh, a bit lumpy that. Bear with me whilst I fix this. Right. Okay. Oh. Show option. Show in Finder. Right. Right, this is what we'll do. I have to go find the thing. Documents. Fix, no, it'll be this one. Right, I wonder what else I deleted. Well, that sounds better, doesn't it? And then I want to go MIDI out to Hyperrake. Sounding good. Thank God for that. Right, I can concentrate now. Bit of a slow start this morning. Yeah, so it was a pretty good live yesterday. There was plenty of questions on. So I thought I'd just do like a similar thing today and just play a little bit and then break down a few things that I'm doing. I seem to go quite well. But yeah, I had a busy day yesterday playing. It was pretty good. So I did obviously the playing whatever I did on that live. So there's an hour there. And then what did I do? I did another hour straight after that. Like just playing the backing tracks, which was great. And then I did another hour in the afternoon. That's 3, and then 2 in the evening. So there was 5 hours of playing. None of which I could really do any practicing. I had to do the practicing within sort of my actual like playing over these tracks. So that was pretty good though. I got a lot done, I think. Well, can I quite get my fingers around it all? Doing another one before. Hi, Steve. Something to warm up. I'm quite into clean tones at the minute. Well, cleanish tones. That's like just like an edge of breakup sort of sound I got. I made the other day. So I was watching, well, I wasn't watching it, but I was listening to a really old Larry Carlton Star Licks video on the car the other day. Hi Zero Hiker, how you doing? Oh, you got the same one. You got the same one in black. Hi Zero, hi Zero, yeah. So yes, I got this one, and then I got the blue custom knobs just to fit in with the color scheme in the room. Yeah, they're great, aren't they? Yeah. So yes, so hi Steve. I can't remember if I've seen you on here or not, you know. And hello to Zero. So yeah, I mean, if you haven't subscribed, if you could subscribe, that was great. So it was a bit of a slow start this morning because like Ableton was crashing, and then I kind of deleted my guitar rig, so I didn't actually have any guitar sounds apart from a direct signal. So I had to just reset that up in the FET switch. But we're here now. Hi Jeff. Yeah, so I was watching a Starlix Larry Carlton video, and I've been meaning to like listen to some of his stuff for a while. Just never really got around to it. And I think actually when I was a very small young guitar player, I did struggle through watching it because I do remember some of the bits, especially when he was talking about triads. So that must have been where I got sort of my arpeggio ideas from, because I've always sort of had that thing where I've improvised round. Using like arpeggios, it's always been a thing for as long as I can actually remember. But there's a couple of things I really liked that he was saying that sort of reinforced my thinking as a bit of a refresher. And it was just two things that were dead simple. The first one was, well, basically what he was saying, there wasn't a second one, there was mimicking. So usually what I'll do when I'm improvising is I'll do a question and an answer phrase. So I'll just start this again, right? Yeah, so, you know, you'll do, that kind of thing. And then mimic it, but slightly change it. And then obviously you've got question and answer phrases. So it's a great way to practice because you get to repeat things. So yeah, so mimicking things. And this just brings me back to what I was saying before is, you know, if you're in a situation where you're just playing all the time on backing tracks and in front of people and you want to be entertaining. But one of the problems I was trying to think of is like, how can, if I'm not doing my micro, like, I mean, usually I can do micro practices. But what would I do if I could only practice, but people were there? You know, how could I do that? And then this was the answer that I came to at sort of 5 o'clock when I was driving the car through traffic, listening to him. As what a great way to practice, but then also do it in an entertaining way. So you're practicing a couple of things there. So mimicking, different question and answer phrases. Still has a question and answer phrase, and you might play, you know, the same thing. So I'll show you this arpeggio actually. Right. So all I'm doing there is I'm on the 10th fret, 5th string. We're in E minor, just because it's a nice key to teaching. So pick, hammer, slide, bar, hammer, slide, bar. And it's a really nice way to get up the neck in a melodic way. So that's the mimic phrase, just doing it again with a slightly different ending. And the other thing I've just been practicing is the way that I slide about, the way I'm transitioning and things, right? this is just a new thing I'm getting my head around. Is, when you think about it practically, using your first finger to slide up makes a lot of sense because it means you've got all of your fingers available to do stuff. So it's just being mindful of that, really. But I think this is like where, from God, it must have been such a long time ago. I must have been, I don't know, 12 or 13, trying to work that video out. But this is the thing with I call it like triad stacking, but essentially you're just using big arpeggios to improvise with. So, this is one of my favourite arpeggios at the minute. So this is just like a little E minor 11, so my brain's not working. So again, we could do mimicking for it, we could try. No, I'm not going to say we're going to try. We are. Try and do some mimicking phrases out of it. So I'll just run this again. Okay. Yeah, I could go on forever, really. Just getting really lost in the music. So a cool little E minor 11 arpeggio. I can't remember if I was showing you what I was doing, but basically we've got three notes there: E, F sharp, and G. And one thing I've started doing as well with this fingering thing is when I'm playing sort of these minor arpeggios, I will go for my third finger playing that minor third, and that's just again to keep the fourth finger available to do other things. So that's the first bit, fifth, seventh, root, minor third, and then that's the 11. So it fits in beautifully with a pentatonic scale. It's really a hexatonic scale almost. But one thing you can sort of jazz it up a bit is I just try and phrase things in a blues sort of way, but use that like a scale instead of an arpeggio, if that makes sense. So you're sort of using it as a limitation and coming up with different ideas. See, that's a good one. So there's another arpeggio that sits within this, right? So we can also have this. So that's a handy little almost chordal harmony thing. Of course, you can just start mixing that in with your pentatonics, and then it's, you know, it's all really good, isn't it? Yeah. But do feel free to ask questions, because, you know, helps the chat kind of go a bit quicker. The session, not that I want to race through it. Tempting disaster there. All right. So at some point this week, but I just didn't get enough time to work it out because I have to dig all my sounds out. But I was really interested in doing some sort of deep house jam things. I just thought, actually, out of all the genres in dance music that would work really well, obviously synthwave works really good, but like big sort of dance genres that would work well with guitar, I just thought like deep house might be a good one. Ah, right. Okay, you're searching Kiesel. That's interesting. So, I am actually endorsed by Kiesel. So, what would you like to know? I absolutely love Kiesel, by the way. I'll swap guitars. Try this. Ooh, hold on. Right. There we go. Cool. Yeah, so this is actually the first. Yeah, these are Fishman pickups. So this is the first bit dusty, isn't it? I'll just get some of the dust off. Right, let's have a bit polish live. There we go, beautiful. So this is the first Kiesel that I had built. The walnut neck. And it'll be swamp ash body. But the idea is because I was totally into the with my band McRocklin Hutch, were like a synthwave band, so I thought it'd be cool for me to have something that represented an old 80s Lamborghini. So it's in Lamborghini metallic sparkle orange, this. Ebony fretboard. And then the pickups I've got in this are these are the classics. It's on a 5-way push-pull, so I can get to the splits, which is very nice. Yeah, they're really good, these. Right, I'll just figure all of this. So that's sort of how it sounds. All right, so Zero, you've got your Jason back at 24, right? Very nice. As well as some studio monitors. How often do I need to recharge the battery? So that's a good question. Not that often. It's not a rechargeable battery, this one, actually. It's just regular batteries that go in the back of it. 1 a month, if that. It depends if I remember to like unplug the thing, you know. Yeah. Okay. Your tone is so good. Thank you. Well, I'll tell you what it is. I shall let you know. Here's the secret. So I'm actually wrong shot here. I'm going to be talking about this, this actual live setup I've got. This is my live looping set. And I can just make tracks on the fly, really, and just jam over the top of them. But I thought I would just, share at some point, possibly this week, that process. Maybe next week. But basically, paper rig. That's basically the what I'm using. So I've got so what I've got there is just a preset I made, Face Melter. And all it is it's the Infusion amp, which I really like for leads. And then I've got the drive going into it. What else have I got? So speakers. So it's an actual speaker chain. So there's more. It's not just an IR. There's a whole kind of process that goes on in that. And then I'm just using my own bus effects on this. So I'm not actually using the delay and the reverb off the amp, and the reason for, it does sound amazing, but what I've actually done is I've just put different reverbs and delays on the bus, and that's just so I can keep everything consistent. So I'm using the similar delay time across most of the guitars and a similar reverb. So just when everything's in, mix wise, it sounds more together really, and it's easier to manage. Mix wise. I love that wide sound, it's great for lead, it's brilliant. And then I just have a face melter that isn't wide. And that's it, and then I've got my breakup. So that's everything that I've got on the foot switch on that one amp. And then the rest of it is I've got a few other cool things like this. Like a pitch shifter an octave up. And then blended. So that sounds great over sounds good for melodies. Quite like that one. And then I've got a guitar bass. This is like two McRocklin suite, polychrome McRocklin suites together, hard panned left and right on slightly different settings. And then I've got another sound guitar pitched down an octave pretending to be a bass, basically. So this is pretty good, awesome. Right, I think we get some drums on the go with that. Be on this line here. Right, hold on. This is the only thing I haven't planned for doing, like the fixed loop lengths. Right, here we go. That's quite good. Right. That's what I wanted. Yeah, coffee break. Right, and I'll have a look through the chat, see what's going on. So yeah, your tone is so good, thank you. Yeah, tone changes is what makes a difference there. You can totally refresh things, can't you, by changing a pickup or changing a guitar sound. When I'm on the ball, like often I'll change between like a mono guitar sound and a wide one, in a sort of almost question answer phrase. Anyone else high too? Oh dear. High on life and high on music. This tends to be a very dry show here, believe it or not, Doctor. Occasionally, if I'm going really wild on the stream, I'll allow myself to have a 0 alcohol beer. A dry show. I mean, I couldn't play like that if I'd had a few. Mind you, I haven't drank for like, I don't know. I think the thing is, like alcohol, I was just getting later on in life, you know, when you just start like getting these horrible, anxious, morbid hangovers, and I just quit altogether at that point. Absolute mad lad. Anyway, anybody who's on here who's new to the channel and been recommended, that's amazing. Please subscribe and like, give a thumbs up, because that's good. I'm building a channel. The other thing is that I'm doing at the moment is hold on, fiddling with this. Right, okay. The other thing that I'm doing at the minute is there's a couple of goals. One of them was to get to 1,000 subscribers, which I've done. So that's brilliant. I mean, it's like 1,020 odd now. So I got a fair few through actually the last few days. So I'm always wanting subscribers, as you do. But the other thing is in order to monetize this channel, which would be a nice thing if people can give donations, the supers I'll be able to get access to the supers. In about, if I get another 200 hours for watch time. So I'm only 200 hours short. That would be good. Give me another sub, yeah. I can always collect subs, that's fine. Have 2. Why not? On every channel that you have. But yeah, so it's the watch hours. I need the watch hours going up. Yeah, well, you should... Oh, Steve, hold on. That's a clean desk setup. Bonus points for good cable management. Thank you, Steve. It's a little bit of a mess underneath. One day I'll clean under there. But yes, I do like a clean space. There's a reason behind that. I'm actually a trained music coach. This is like one of my specialities. I was trained by a guy called Mike Monday, and Mike Monday, he works with a lot of really big producer DJs. One of his clients is Jack Jones, and he coached me for a number of years, and I actually ended up coaching for him. There's a few wires down there, let's put it that way. But yeah, and then so he trained me, and I have my own coaching since since about 2019. I've been running my own coaching business as well. I've been coaching for him since 2017. But, you know, if you are a musician who is frustrated and wants to make music and release music, and you just want to finish some music, and then I'm the guy who can help you do that. So those of you who don't know me, I prolifically released music. The missus banned me in the end. Believe it or not. But if you look at my Beatport, there's something like 122 tracks on there that I released, and that was getting signed to different labels. There weren't self-releases. I used to have to send stuff out, and I was managed by Two Dutch for a while, and I was a dance producer. And then I went back to my shredding in McRocklin Hutch, which is the self-release stuff. So we have our own label with McRocklin Hutch, and all of that music is all the stuff that basically me and Thomas wrote and released ourselves under our own label. So there's two ends of the fence that I'm coming from, is like the self-releasing, and then also getting signed to labels. Now, if you're interested in any of that, and you just find it hard to start, or maybe, which often happens, you have been writing a lot of music in the past and you've released albums and you've just, life gets in the way, and you just need to get back on, and you need a bit of guidance, and you want a bit of an infrastructure, and you want to develop your practice, then definitely this is like the place for you to come. So I run a couple of groups which you would join. The maximum amount in a group is 4. Because it's coaching, we don't listen to each other's music. You're sitting on a Zoom call with me, and I take you through various music making exercises that will help you create your music, but also give you the necessary insights that you need to be able to move forward as an artist. Lose my train of thought here. So that's what you do, and you'd be in a group, but because it's coaching and not teaching, okay, and the difference here is coaching, I'm only interested in the skills that you have now, and that's what I'm developing. I'm helping you facilitate the skills that you have in order for you to make the connection to the world, because ideally we want to get you out of the house, your music out of the house and into the world, and that's the primary focus. Having said that, if there's a skill deficit and the group agrees to it, then I will go into teaching that if it's a major barrier that I think needs sorting. But generally, coaching, you're facilitating the skills that somebody already has and getting them to times 10 on that, which is a very, very powerful thing to do. It's the most powerful form of education that I've ever had done to me and been involved in, and all the stuff that I've learned as a coach, I've applied to even my guitar playing to get me back into shredding and get up to speed. So it's just that coach logic that I always have in the back of my mind that allows me to do, obviously facilitate the skills that I have now, but also create new skills, but not get stuck, and always have like a connection with the outside world. So my main connection now is this YouTube channel. This is the thing that I want to grow at the minute, and I just really feel that YouTube is a really important thing for a modern musician to have. We've got AI and the rise of wallpaper music coming out there, and just Spotify and all of those kind of things are just a crap deal for musicians a lot of the time. So it makes sense for me to have a channel, be able to run a coaching business from that for people who are interested. And it's not just coaching though, there are some other options which I'll come to as well. So it allows me to connect and have some sort of a business that way. But also it's just a great release for me to just come and entertain, play some music, and actually just break down what I'm doing and share those things for you guys. And that's absolutely free. It's such a wonderful thing. And I really, really enjoy that, because one of my missions is to help, to help everybody, because music's a difficult thing, I think, and that's even if you're in a group of people and you're collaborating. But being, a solo artist, being an artist on yourself, is really, really hard. That's really, really tough. And we've really got to learn to embrace a couple of things. And one of them is to be able to deal with uncertainty. And this is why you need a coach, right? Because as a coach, I can't give you certainty. And there's only uncertainty. And we have to learn to be able to accept that, deal with it, and thrive in that environment. And that really is the number one key to success. The other thing you learn being coached is that you are proactive at all times. You're not waiting for other people to do things, and you're not waiting for yourself to have inspiration or that wonderful feeling of, oh yeah, I feel like doing music now. You're just going to get up and you're just going to automate. Like I get up and do this channel most mornings, or get up and play guitar, or get up and write music. I don't even know that I'm doing it. I just get up and I start doing it. And it doesn't matter if it's a rubbish day, I'm down in the dumps, or whether I'm full of joy I treat it as a professional, and I turn up. And every time I turn up, I always get rewarded with good ideas, and I'm always in a better place. Again, I said this yesterday. Yesterday's morning live, totally uninspired, couldn't be asked, but the inspiration came. Same here, totally uninspired, bumpy ride. Ableton wasn't working, my foot pedal needed sorting. I deleted my guitar. Stuff happened that were barriers, but I just pushed through that. And there was uncertainty whether I could fix it, but I thought, hey, I'm on the live, let's do it. And we're here now, and now having a wonderful conversation about coaching and stuff like that. Okay, something like your cheating system. Yeah, it's a heist. Thank you though, Zero. That's incredible. It's like you live 4 lifetimes already. Yeah, I mean, I have. Yeah. I mean, the thing is with me, I've never. Well, this is what it is. At school, right? I have really bad dyslexia, right? And it really messed me up at school. I just wasn't like other kids. I was just. I mean, to be fair, I probably came across. Well, the teacher said in the report I was stupid. That's what they said, and that was incredibly damaging. Until I got properly diagnosed by a psychologist that I had dyslexia, and that was what was wrong. There's a couple of telltale signs. Like all of my peer group were the brighter kids in the class, and obviously the guitar playing, when that came along at 8, I could really, really pick that up, and there wasn't any particular barriers like there were in regular subjects. I mean, part of it would have been that I wasn't interested in half the stuff that they were teaching me. But anyway, when I started learning guitar, there didn't seem to be any barriers, and I excelled at it. And very early on, that was the thing that I was obviously going to do. And I got a lot of coping strategies and stuff like that to actually deal with it. But at school, in that environment, it was very, very crippling, being dyslexic. But the interesting thing is when I got out of school, I went... I did eventually go to university, and I didn't have to do a regular degree like you would do. I was too advanced, and I was put on a master's program with a bursary, with a scholarship. So I ended up, just skipping that, going straight onto a master's, and I did two. I did 2 masters in the end, all in music. But I've never gone anywhere near anything other than music. I just thought, you know what? I'm going to live and die by this sword, but I'm going to just have to make it work. And it's come out all right, I mean, I have a wonderful job, full-time, as a music coach. Yes, you can book in for a guitar lesson. Now, my email, I'll just give you it here because it's easier to probably find. It is in the description. It is on this. It is on the channel. So yeah, the guitar lessons are just, actually, it's a Zoom call and it just looks like this, and you still get all the zoom ins and everything's, I record everything for you, so you get a little video of what we're doing. So yeah, you can book in for guitar lessons. That's not a problem. Greetings. Hi, Gilberto. How are you doing? Just catching up. So yes, there's guitar lessons. Right, this is a cool thing. I want to treat practicing jamming, brushing teeth, showering something. I've had time bringing myself to play recently. Yeah, so it's all about developing habits, and I totally specialize in that. In fact, if you look through my YouTube lives, I think last year, and I'll be doing this again, I did a series of lectures, and I think one of those lectures was forming habits. But it's like this live session's a habit to me, because the best way to form a habit where you're not thinking about it, and you've almost hit on it, like brushing your teeth, is to do it after something that you do every day. So getting up for me is what I do. So my most important music habit that I do, which is coming on this live stream, that's what I do. I come on here, and that's a habit. So when I get up, the trigger is to come here and start doing music with you lot watching, you know. And then you can have an end point as well, where you give yourself a treat. So at the minute, after I do my live, I go for a walk around the park, because I'm so exciting and rock and roll with the missus. But it's lovely, and I quite like doing that walk and appreciating all the different types of seasons that we get here in the UK. But it's absolutely freezing at the minute. So yeah, making a habit like that, trigger and reward, and then you have the action in between those two things. The other thing you can do is to give yourself a minimum viable commitment. So how much time, you imagine, to practice, right, was keeping you alive, okay? But you could practice as much or as little as you wanted, but you had to do it every day. You know, what time of the day would you be able to do that? So after brushing your teeth's a good one. And how long could you do it for? So my minimum viable commitment's been down as low as 5 minutes before, okay? But you start learning to use time efficiently, okay? If you've only got 5 minutes to practice, you're going to come up with some very specific aims and objectives that you're wanting to achieve in that time, so you're going to use that time much better. Very blunt, but there's more to it than that. Yeah, good to have you on here. Do subscribe to the channel. Everybody who's not subscribed, do subscribe. Oh, it's 8:13 in Mexico. Oh, it's like 1:30 at the night. Brilliant. Well, I really appreciate you tuning in and watching me in your sleep time. Man, that's amazing. 2 a.m. there. There's the email for guitar lessons, coaching. Oh, the other thing, so there's the coaching option with the groups. There are guitar lessons, very limited. And then the other thing is you can also book in for one-to-one coaching sessions as well. All right, so if you're interested in being coached and you may have some problems that you want to overcome, then I can book you in for a coaching session. And the usual coaching session is what's called Thinking Environment. And that's the model I use by Nancy Klein. So the charge is $75 for the hour. So $75 an hour. So I would never teach people anything, and I guess that kind I don't know, antisocial. It's something, yeah, it's something you just practice at, really. I mean, I did do teacher training, believe it or not. Talk about having a million lives. So yeah, I can go off and teach in establishments if I so wish. I'll play anything. I'm always enjoying guitar, but yeah, multi-scale's pretty cool. I really like it. Cool. And as I say, the lesson's like recorded on video and what have you, so you get to take everything away, and it's all cool. anytime. Just send me an email and then I'll try and work a time out with you. All good. So, any more questions? I'll have to get the blue guitar out of the background. I'll just, at some point this week, give that a play. I'll put new strings on everything. Oh, here's a good question. Do you play any of instruments, or I can sing a little bit if I have to? Do you play any of instruments? Drums badly, but I also produce. So producing music is like big with me. I mean, it's huge. I had a massive period just producing dance music for years, and I charted 7 times through doing it. So yes, I had 7 like dance chart entries, which was brilliant. The highest I got to was number 4 in Track It Down charts, which is a pretty cool chart to have for DJs. It's one of the biggest sort of DJ pills. So I was number 4 in there. Have you ever played with an Evertune? No, I haven't, but I'd be very interested in playing one. Apparently, like a big chunk of your guitar goes when you have them fitted, and I would imagine bending on it really weird and getting the tolerance right. So I'm not sure. Oh, there's Enzo. Look, hello. I apologise for being missing in action. You always do the live stuff very late at my time. I will try and drop in more, Tim. I'm happy to see your progress. Oh, good. So Enzo, always a pleasure to have you on here. There's been a lot of shredding, a lot of guitar stuff happening today. So definitely watch this back when you get a chance, because there's a few cool little things we've been talking about. Actually, I was talking about mimicking in phrasing, because I was watching a Larry Coryell video the other day, not listening, not watching, so I was driving the car, and there was some really good, insightful things that I liked, that I was trying out that was good, mainly mimicking, and then obviously the triad sort of improvisation thing's pretty cool as well. Well, head to bed, have a lovely sleep. Up in 4 hours. I'll leave this running to give you a bit of watch hours. Thank you. God bless everyone, and good night. Thank you for tuning in, Zero. Cool. Just watch it back, Enzo, and there'll be some cool sort of bits of shredding there, and little bits of breakdown of what I'm doing. So any point I'm doing anything, if anybody just asks a question on what I'm playing, I'm more than happy to break things down. Now, there's a couple of interesting things happening, and I think tomorrow is most likely going to be probably a guitar lesson. And I'm thinking I'm going to do 3 notes per string pentatonic scales. Cool, watch it tomorrow, Enzo, that would be great. So 3 note per string pentatonic scales. So you probably notice when I'm playing, I do a lot of like stretchy pentatonic stuff. So I'll just I'll talk a bit about that, and I think that's going to be tomorrow. So Wednesday night I have a bit of free time, so I'm gonna then line up the deep house experiment as well. It's going to be the same time, Enzo, so it'll be 6 o'clock. But we'll be doing the 3 note per string pentatonic scale. So I've pretty much decided on that now. So if you're wanting to learn about that, I mean, the advantage is, you could just watch it after, couldn't you? After the fact, but the advantage of it is you're in the room and you can ask questions and you can have your guitar there and we can communicate on the chat. But yeah, so I'll be re-going over sort of. I need to get my noise gate sorted. 3 notes per string. Well, 3-1-3 stuff, and then obviously like stuff where we're doing 3 notes per string. So this sort of thing. So any of these sort of things that I play, that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. But obviously the real power in it is being able to combine 3 with 2 note per string and arpeggios and have everything sort of seamlessly integrated. So I think that will be a lesson on its own. Because that's the thing that I find the most rewarding with playing guitar is connecting all of these things together. I'm still on 9s here. Anyway, so tomorrow 3 notes per string, Thursday deep house, and probably Friday will be a bit more deep house because I'm really interested to see if I can do a poolside jam, playing some groovy deep house beats, just like what you hear in Beatport, which is that's like the number 1 DJ pool. So that's the aim for this week. In fact, I'm going to put that in. I'm going to put that in the accountability section on Discord, which reminds me, so anybody who's here who's not a member of the Discord, there is a link in the about, so if you join Discord, it would be great to have you on there and we can continue the discussion. All right then. Cool. Well, I think that's it for the chat. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I'm now going for my park walk, which is when we're talking about hobbits, is my reward for doing this. All right. Tanmay, I'm just about to go, but it's great to have you on here. There's been a lot of shredding, Tammy, going on, and I really suggest you watch this back because there's like lots of cool bits of solos and little bits of breakdowns, and I talk about a few concepts which I think will interest you. So great to see you. But tomorrow, Tanmay, I'll be doing 3 note per string pentatonic scale, so definitely put that in your diary for tomorrow morning, usual time 6 a.m. UK time. See you then. All right, bye.